Well. This is going to surprise absolutely no one, aside from his most devoted cultists. But it's looking like Elon Musk might have taken a flight on the Lolita Express down to Little St. James to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein and do whatever it was they used to get up to down there.
Boys being boys.
I mean, I know, it's always the ones you most expect. I mean, it's kind of funny, though, that just a few months ago, at the peak of his messy breakup with his former buddy, the president, Elon Musk claimed publicly that the reason the Epstein files were being kept under wraps is that Donald Trump is in them, which, yeah, duh. And that's been further confirmed by everything that we've seen in the months since. But it's a pretty wild thing to bring up when you also show up in the Epstein files yourself.
Yeah, I mean, with his statement that Donald Trump was in them, he didn't deny that he was also in them. He was just pointing out another fact.
I mean, this is like announcing to the class, hey, Donnie pissed himself, but like you also have a big puddle of urine around your crotch.
But that's taking attention away from my puddle.
Donald peed his pants.
Look, it leaked right over here.
Oh, he peed so much it got on my pants.
Yes.
I mean, it kind of makes you wonder what other accusations Elon has leveled at other people that are actually just confessions about himself.
Bet you bottom dollar it's true.
Yeah, there's one particular accusation I'm thinking of here.
Yeah. Of course, it's not like Elon Musk has never been linked to Jeffrey Epstein before. There is, of course, the infamous photo of him smiling next to Ghislaine Maxwell at some black tie event, which he has repeatedly claimed was a photobomb. But he's also admitted to having paid a visit to Epstein's house at one point and may have possibly given him a tour of SpaceX headquarters, all years after Epstein was already a convicted sex offender. Well, Mr. Epstein, guess what? There's no laws in space yet. If we put you in space, then
yeah, the age of consent
you are free to go.
Space is 0.
Mm-hmm. There was also that story a few years back about Epstein setting up Elon's brother Kimball with one of Epstein's former girlfriends in an effort to get closer to Elon. But now, thanks to newly unsealed documents released by the Democrats on the House Oversight Committee, we know that on Jeffrey Epstein's schedule for Saturday, December 6, 2014...
a day that will live in infamy.
he had reminder, Elon Musk to Island, December 6th. Is this still happening? So, okay, yeah. That's why we said he might have visited Little St. James. We don't know if it was still, in fact, happening. But the fact that it was even tentatively happening, you might say, is concerning and worth looking into.
Yeah.
Especially in 2014, years after it was well established that this was an awful man doing terrible things.
Yeah.
I think I might, even the idea that Musk might go there at that point is...
not sure. Maybe.
Pretty damning.
And it's not just Elon. There's a few other familiar names that pop up in these new documents. Like Elon, though, none of them are surprising.
Mm-mm.
Here's Politico. Another schedule notes a planned lunch with tech billionaire Peter Thiel on November 27th, 2017, and a breakfast with conservative political strategist Steve Bannon on February 16th, 2019.
Ooh.
Jesus, just months before Epstein was charged with sex trafficking of minors. Bannon was Trump's chief strategist, and Thiel is a prominent Republican megadonor. These new files are notable in that they suggest all three powerful men had a relationship with Epstein after his controversial plea deal that forced him to register as a sex offender. Many people have argued that the non-prosecution agreement, which was signed in 2007, allowed Epstein to continue to prey on young women and girls for years before his subsequent 2019 arrest.
It should be clear to every American that Jeffrey Epstein was friends with some of the most powerful and wealthiest men in the world, said Sarah Guerrero, a spokesperson for Oversight Democrats, in a statement. Every new document produced provides new information as we work to bring justice for the survivors and victims. A GOP spokesperson for the Oversight panel blasted the Democrats' decision to release information unilaterally. It's unfortunate that Democrats continue to meaninglessly cherry-pick documents and politicize this investigation, the spokesperson said. Politicize this investigation?
Yeah.
What?
Can't believe the Democrats would do that.
Why would they release information that bipartisan, all people in America are clamoring to see? Without restrictions, by the way. They're not just like, give us certain things, just like let it out there. And that's what they're doing. And the GOP's like, well, hold on. This makes us look bad.
Yeah.
Why would they just go ahead and release this stuff?
Yes, there are a lot of conservatives in there, but what about all the liberals that are in there?
And every time Every liberal
Okay,
person,
go.
from the libs to the leftists, they're like, please, we'll take some of that.
Yeah.
Go
oh, no.
tell us who is bad.
No, not Bill Clinton, my favorite president when I was 6 fucking years old. I don't fucking care.
I'm going to have to take down all of my Bill Clinton flags off the front of my house and truck.
Yeah.
Continues, they are intentionally withholding documents that contain names of Democrat officials. And the information they released today is old news.
So fucking release it.
Yeah. However, the person speaking on behalf of the GOP majority declined to name those Democratic officials,
How convenient.
saying Republicans would wait to release the files in full once victims' names were redacted.
And that takes so long. It's really hard to find black markers in Washington, D.C. They're always running out of them.
All I'm saying is that knowing just even a brief history of how Republicans operate, if there were Democrats that it would be like politically toxic to in these documents, they would already be out.
Yeah.
They would be out immediately. They would be on Jesse Waters. They would be on everything.
Yeah.
So no, they're not withholding anything. If they had anything, they would release it.
They're redacting. They're dotting their I's, crossing their T's, crossing their I's, dotting their T's. They're
covering their eyes.
yeah.
They're like, look, I got a busy weekend. I have to go get yelled at by my constituents about not releasing these files.
Yeah.
And then I have to go on the Sunday morning news shows and defend the president and maybe wear one of his cool new lapel pins. And then maybe I can get around to bringing out the black marker and doing some work on these.
So yeah, release the fucking God. Anyway, Elon, you'd think after this is pretty big news.
Yeah.
He, at least as of Saturday morning, has not addressed it. His X feed is just the usual bunch of product placement for his various companies, and then some reposts about people saying that like immigration is white genocide and things of that nature.
The big update that we did get to see was that Elon Musk and the president were spotted together in person for the first time.
Yeah, Charlie
since
Kirk's death brought them back together.
Brought them together.
So I guess, and people when that happened last weekend, people were like, "You literally called him a pedophile," but I guess you're cool with. I guess
it's not about anything but power and money. So
these people have no fucking principles.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very obvious. Anyway, we've been really trying to keep Weekly Weird News as politics free and Elon free as possible lately, for the sake of everyone's sanity. But that news dropped on Friday, and there was simply no way that we were going to not talk about it. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, though, the rest of today's show is more of your typical Weekly Weird News material, like our next story about a wild animal terrorizing a local community.
Oh, good. My favorite kind of story.
Yeah, I mean, humankind's coexistence with the animal kingdom, it keeps us all humble, or at least it should, because despite how much more advanced we see ourselves, and despite centuries of actively inflicting harm on the environment, we have no choice but to share this planet with wild animals that we don't really have a whole lot of control over.
For long.
And sometimes those animals are not happy about that. I mean, with orcas and bears, we've seen countless examples of the animal kingdom reclaiming the earth. But this time it's a squirrel. And don't let the size fool you, folks. This squirrel means business. Check out this flyer.
Attack squirrel, beware! This is not a joke. More than 5 people have been attacked by a very mean squirrel over the past few days on Diablo Circle and Mount Lassen. Several have gone to ER for severe lacerations. This squirrel comes out of nowhere and will attack legs, arms, and faces and leave bite marks and scratches. We are working with Marin Wildlife now to get the perpetrator, but do not walk your dogs or play tennis in the area, or beware at your own caution.
Beware at your own caution. I like calling a squirrel a perpetrator.
Yeah, he's a little fucking ass.
I want him to put him in tiny little handcuffs and make him do a little perp walk.
He would do it. They water ski. They can be trained.
Do the Luigi Mangione perp walk where the entire town's animal control department is walking behind the squirrel with the cuffs on and
they make him look real sexy for no reason.
Little tiny orange jumpsuit and perfect hair.
Yeah,
wow,
they
that's a
did
sexy
his hair
squirrel.
for him. Yeah. It's unclear if those photos are of the actual squirrel in question or merely for demonstration purposes. But clearly, a squirrel is menacing this Bay Area community. And with more, here's ABC News.
A California squirrel has gone nuts.
Woo!
And neighbors in one town are on the alert. Residents in the town of San Rafael have reported a series of attacks from a vicious brown squirrel that sent at least 2 people to the emergency room, according to the local Humane Society. Marin Humane confirmed to ABC News that there have been reported attacks from a wild squirrel in the area that may be the result of public feeding. Joan Heblack was enjoying a peaceful walk through Lucas Valley in San Rafael when the rodent launched itself at her and proceeded to claw and bite her, she told ABC News affiliate KGO TV. It came out of nowhere. I didn't see him running up to me at all, Heblack said. It clamped onto my leg. The tail was flying up here. I was like, get it off me, get it off me. I didn't want to touch it. Heblack said her injuries were so severe, she went to the ER to seek treatment.
It's hard to get a real accurate retelling of the story when this
The
is
squirrel was the size of a dog.
Imagine the chaotic moment. What a thing to witness.
I mean, I have seen, I think I saw it on Instagram or Reddit, but yeah, it was like a guy, there was like a squirrel, I don't know, somehow the guy was like coming home, it's caught on his like doorbell ring camera, but a squirrel somehow got on him. And yeah, it's never dignified. It's never graceful when a squirrel's on you and you're trying to get it off.
They got really grippy hands and you don't have enough arms.
Yeah, they got claws.
That's right.
They're little, but they got claws.
It continues. Isabel Campoy said she was another victim of the vicious squirrel and was hospitalized from her wounds after coming into contact with the rodent on a walk. Squirrel went from the floor, tried to jump up to my face. I tried to protect my face. My arm was completely overcome by squirrel, Campoy told KGO. Finally, it jumped off. By then, I was full of blood. I run to the emergency room.
You're always full of blood, though.
The problem was it was on the outside this time.
Yeah, you're actually less full of blood now. I'm going to be really pedantic about this victim of an animal attack. Actually, ma'am, the blood was always inside of you.
Yeah.
Now you have less of it. You're actually less full of blood.
That's right.
So just so we're clear there.
So this terror squirrel remains at large for now, keeping the entire community on edge and afraid to leave their homes. And experts say it's likely because someone has been feeding the squirrels, and this one now associates humans with food. The good news, at least, is that there's never been a documented case of squirrels with rabies in the United States, so that's probably not a concern. But these are interesting times that we're living in, so who the hell knows? Stay safe out there, folks. There is...
if ever a brand new pestilence were to arise from the animal kingdom and be carried by vicious squirrels, it would be now.
It is like... This is the natural progression for the true next Black Death.
Yeah.
Because what if rats, but cute? They've got human emotion camouflage on. They are very cute animals that everyone wants to touch. In fact, I've seen, this is just firsthand, but like I've seen more and more squirrel rescue videos on Reels. And my friend Derek back in Florida, old high school friend, he has a pet squirrel and it hangs out with him. He walks around with it.
You're seeing this more and more, and I don't get it. Like, I feel like a squirrel, like, my thing is, like, yeah, a squirrel can be cute. I don't think they'd want to live with me.
They do if you have food.
I guess, but, like, it's not the same. They live to do squirrel things. And it's hard to do squirrel things living domestically.
I do have, like, squirrel-proof, quote-unquote, bird feed. I guess it's, like, too spicy for them. The birds don't mind the spice. The squirrels, though, they get one lick and they're like, no thanks.
Oh, the squirrels they have more refined taste. They're not just going to eat any old seed.
Yeah, apparently it has like capsaicin and stuff all over it. So the birds, that has no effect on them, but the squirrels, they're like, no thanks.
Interesting. Yeah, I had some rodents digging up my garden beds this year, looking for grubs, the grubs of the fig beetle.
Oh.
They're not Japanese beetles. Apparently we don't have those there, but in California, but we have fig beetles. They look the same. They're the big green beetles, and they lay their eggs, and these just gigantic fucking grubs are just crawling beneath the surface of everything. And then in the spring, the raccoons and the skunks, the squirrels, they start just digging up all your crops, looking for those fucking things.
It's a full Looney Tunes episode going on in Elliot's backyard.
So he's
Elmer Fudd.
I put a bunch of hot sauce and like apple cider vinegar in a spray, and I was spraying it on the soil, and I'd sprinkle like cayenne pepper all over it, and it didn't fully eliminate the digging. It like cut it back by 90%, but there were still a few rodents bold enough to be like, you know what? I don't care.
They're too good.
Those grubs are worth a few sneezes.
That's right. It's like every time I try to eat Howlin' Rays again, I'm like, I think I could do extra hot this time.
Sure. Spice it up for me.
Yeah.
Oh!
No, you see, the problem is, Elliot, you're not sticking a double barrel shotgun into the holes, searching for the animals.
But then the barrel's just going to...
It comes right back up and you get a face full of soot.
I know better than to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
I've seen the documents.
Yeah. Well, Elliot's saga will continue, and we'll be sure to bring everyone updates.
Yeah,
It's fall now, so you won't have to deal with it for a while.
Garden season is coming up.
Yeah.
Right now I got some big fucking eggplants.
Elliot's trying to wash them out with a hose, but then the squirrels just come up sitting on top of the water, and they're staring at him right in the face.
Yep.
That's right.
And they're doing, I'm all right. They're singing.
Elliot's just tossing dynamite down the hole.
Yeah.
Neighbors are freaking out. Their pipes are bursting. But, it's all part of the story.
Anyway, next up, we've got a story of a prank gone wrong. Gone sexual? No, just gone wrong. Gone wrong as so many pranks do.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say most pranks go wrong. There's a whole spectrum of pranks, but one of the simplest and most lowbrow pranks is just making everything smell terrible with some synthetic fart spray and watching people react accordingly and naturally. Yeah, when things smell fucking terrible, people are going to be like, ew, it smells terrible.
I think we brought it up
got him
on a previous episode, but there's like a whole industry of videos where they go around spraying it into the intake fans for those costumes that people wear, the ones that are like self-inflating.
I have seen that. It's cruel, but there is a slapstick element to that
because they can't get out. They're trapped in there.
Like, I would never do that because it's fucking mean.
Yeah.
And these sprays are extremely unpleasant.
It appears as though the majority of the videos are friends doing it to other friends and not performers, but there are some where
friends doing it to future former friends. Anyway, Amazon is absolutely teeming with products that promise to clear the room and make unsuspecting people think that someone's either shit themselves in their presence or unleashed the worst fart you've ever smelled, or maybe the septic is busted. It's
we used
stinky.
to do this in the South, but with deer piss, because they would sell it at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing new, but TikTok has given these sorts of pranks a lot more attention. And with any prank, there's always going to be people who take things way too far and have seemingly no understanding of when pranks are wildly inappropriate. And that's what happened recently at a school in South Carolina. Here's NBC News.
A South Carolina teaching assistant was arrested and charged with using poop spray in school, causing students to seek medical attention and resulting in thousands of dollars in damage. Alexander Paul Robertson Lewis, 32.
4 names.
Yeah, that's how you know he's a criminal.
Yep.
Was arrested Friday and charged with disturbing schools and malicious injury to property, the Florence County Sheriff's Office said in a news release. Investigators said Lewis used the spray multiple times at West Florence High School from August 25th to September 19th. The spray, which can be purchased online, is designed to imitate fecal odor, the Sheriff's Office said. Videos have gone viral on TikTok and social media showing people spraying the foul odor in their cars, homes, and elevators as pranks. The spray caused a disruption at the school, and some students had to seek medical attention for respiratory issues, authorities said. It also resulted in a hefty $55,000 bill in repairs to the school's air conditioning system, the sheriff's office said.
Did he spray it in the vents?
Maybe. Or some very lucky AC repairman showed up and was like, oh, yep. Oh, that fart spray again. Oh, it really messes with the internals.
And we're going to have to scrub it down to the studs.
We're going to have to remove all this system. Meanwhile, he's bringing that system over to his friend's house. He's like, yeah, this just fell off the back of a truck.
The reports don't say whether the guy yelled, "It's a prank," a bunch of times while being arrested.
Probably.
That's usually how these things go, though. Mm-hmm. It's a prank. It's a prank. It's a prank.
Yeah.
This isn't even the first time in recent memory that someone sprayed a bunch of fart spray and got themselves arrested for causing mass panic.
This is chemical terrorism.
It kind of is. Like, this is a very pre-9/11 sort of prank.
This used to happen at the when I was a kid. They had little vials of it.
Yeah,
and you would break the vial and then like toss it on the ground. And so this, yes, we did have this at the cafeteria.
This happened in like the hallways where like the lockers were at least once, and it was truly awful.
Yeah,
I needed my books and I couldn't get them.
You'd have to go back in my day. There was no Amazon. You had to go down to the flea market and get it.
Yeah, you had to really know what you were doing. You had to seek out your mischief-making tools.
Exactly.
But yeah, usually, every other report of this, it's been teenagers. This was a grown-ass man, a teacher, teaching assistant, former teaching assistant.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe this grown-ass man figured that if things went too far, worst case scenario, they just blame his students and not him.
Yeah, it was those freaks.
Teenagers.
Yeah.
Teenagers are always getting up to
they'll do anything.
No good.
Yeah.
But no, he's been caught. And now, for those students, this will forever go down as the incident that happened at their high school.
I hope so. I hope this is the incident that they talk about.
Yeah, hopefully this is the highlight.
I feel like everyone has a much worse incident at their high school.
Yeah.
Especially these days.
I don't really know what my school's incident was.
Oh, man, we had a bunch of them. We had the 9/11 with George Bush nearby.
Well,
we had a girl who caved the kid's head in with a brick.
What?
We had a shooting, but no one got, well, one guy got hit in the back, but it was because the gun went off in the kid's backpack and ricocheted off of stuff and then hit someone. But they had the whole school on lockdown and the helicopter was there.
Jesus.
I don't know. We had a bunch of stuff happen.
Yeah, we just had like students die, but like not.
Yeah, we had some deaths. We had some like, car accident deaths. We had a kidnapping, murder.
What?
That was middle school though.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, Florida, different place out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
We didn't have any of that shit.
Yeah, it is constantly weird when I bring up things that happened in my youth and people are like, no, that didn't happen to me.
Yeah, that's not.
No, that's not a universal
That's not
experience.
the typical American high school experience.
Not a shared experience. Sorry. Yeah.
But speaking of pranks, graffiti and vandalism can sometimes fall under the umbrella of pranks, especially when what's being drawn or written is intended to be funny. It's also illegal, but, people have been tagging things for thousands of years.
It's art.
It's not stopping anytime soon.
Mm-mm.
And this week, we have the long-awaited return of a vandal that we first encountered 5 years ago. Somehow, Penis Man returned. Here's a local Phoenix outlet, AZ Family.
A graffiti vandal is once again tagging the valley with an infamous phrase that gained national attention back in 2020. Someone is writing Penis Man on various buildings and structures around the Phoenix metro area. Most recently, a rather large version of the phallic phrase was spotted by an Arizona's Family reporter on the Interstate 10 eastbound on-ramp at 7th Avenue in Phoenix. The graffiti was cleaned up in a couple of days. People have reported seeing the tags in downtown Phoenix, North Phoenix, and Tempe. The phrase and the genital-themed graffiti first made headlines in 2020 when Tempe police arrested a man, Dustin Schomer, on dozens of counts of vandalism. Police said he was responsible for the original Penis Man tags around the city, but he later told the Phoenix New Times he was a copycat and only to blame for some of them, which is the perfect excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penis Man's an idea, not a man.
That's right.
No arrests have been made, but online commenters are wondering who could be behind the very public penile penmanship. No way we think this is one person, wrote one user on Instagram. Whoever is responsible for the recent writings, he or she is both revered and reviled by some on the internet. One commenter said, I've seen it on 7th Avenue and Thomas and 10th Street and McDowell. Crazy. Is he like a new superhero?
Yes.
I hate this guy. Another wrote on Instagram post detailing the tagging.
Well, you just became a supervillain.
Yep. You're the next target.
Yeah.
And yeah, apparently based on posts in the Phoenix subreddit, this new Penis Man or Penis Men, Penis Women, they've been leaving their mark around town for at least a few months now. Just a day after finally making the news again, though, it would appear that Penis Man 2.0 has already been caught. Here's AZ Family with the follow-up.
Tempe police announced the arrest of a man they say is responsible for writing Penis Man on buildings in Tempe. According to the department, Tempe Police Department officers arrested 36-year-old Tanner Belenji on Thursday in Phoenix. He faces 2 misdemeanor counts of criminal damage after police said he admitted to being behind the graffiti. The arrest comes after a string of Penis Man tagging started popping up around the city recently. There were at least a dozen reports in Tempe and Phoenix. While the taggings weren't captured on video, detectives said they were able to link Belenji's involvement in 2 of the cases, police said. It is not clear yet exactly how detectives tracked Belenji down before making the arrest. Detectives plan to investigate other taggings around the city and that more charges are expected. Again, this is a group effort. You can't just go around giving one guy all the responsibility for Penis Man.
This is like blaming the cool S on like one kid.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we caught him drawing this one. It must have been all the rest of them. Same kid. We got him. And there will be no more of those now that he's in custody.
What needs to happen is there needs to be the rise of a much better, much more elusive vagina woman to complement the Penis Man.
We need vagina woman.
Yeah. I mean, there's more chance. It would actually be more impressive because you have a higher likelihood of getting caught because it's just longer words.
Or why not penis girl?
Sure, but then you would need
Why should
vagina man, vagina?
Yeah, why are we leaving the trans community out of this?
Because the government has sent out instructions to kill on sight.
Yeah, I guess so.
Instead of arresting. So
that's why we need penis girl now more than ever.
That's right. Where are you, penis girl? Save us.
All right. Anyway, we're very curious how they were able to link this suspect to the Penis Man tag without actually catching him on video. But one thing we do know by now is that you can arrest a man. You can't arrest an idea.
That's right.
Penis Man is the dread pirate robbers of genital-themed spray tags. And just as there were penis men who came before, there will be new penis men to come. Penis Man is just part of Arizona culture now. Keep Arizona weird.
Yeah, they're going to complain and complain about these tags until they're selling it on a shirt at the airport.
Yep.
I saw Penis Man in
There's
Phoenix,
gonna be
Arizona.
like a pop-up Penis Man cafe.
Yeah. I ate the worm.
But moving on now to some news from our neighbors to the north. A few weeks back.
Our friendly neighbors to the north.
Hopefully. Wishful thinking. A few weeks back, Weekly Weird Rogues Gallery member Romana Didulo was arrested at her cult compound in Saskatchewan. And it was the first that we'd heard about the QAnon Queen of Canada in quite some time. After taking up residence in an abandoned school in a small town, her cult members annoyed the hell out of local residents for years. And the Mounties finally found a reason to do something about it when cult members started brandishing guns that later turned out to be replicas. I mean, we said at the time that in spite of how much this lady sucks, it sounded like they kind of got her on some pretty flimsy charges. But at the very least, it seems they have found some legitimate reasons to kick the cult out of their compound and out of the town they were terrorizing. So
Terrorizing!
Here's the CBC.
Nasty sewage water continues to seep into a large puddle near the entrance of a school-turned-compound that housed members of a cult in the southwest Saskatchewan village of Richmond for the last 2 years. Although the Kingdom of Canada cult was driven out earlier this month after a police raid, Village Mayor Brad Miller said the sewage water remains. If there's wind, people probably 500 feet away can smell it, Miller said in an interview. If you get it on your hands or whatever, you can smell it for hours. It stinks like you wouldn't believe. They got their own poop spray criminal up there.
Yeah, natural.
Miller said he thinks daily about what the village will do if the Kingdom of Canada returns. I'm fed up. My family's fed up. If you came out to the Southwest, people are just fed up. It's enough. It's scary, he said. When has a cult ever turned good? The sewage began pooling outside the building after the village cut the compound's water and sewage system last year as a last resort to drive out the cult members. It sounds like they started the problem on their own.
Well, as if you read further, you'll get more context for that.
The owner of the building, Ricky Manns, was not paying his water and utility bills,
There
Miller
you go.
said.
There you go. He was stealing water.
Yeah, but like that's like a basic human service. You got to give the cult the water.
You're using Romana Didulo logic to say that no one has to pay
Look,
their bills.
all
You should
I'm
just
saying-
get free services from the government.
The cult was contained. they hadn't made the news. They were contained.
They were contained in a town of people who were having a real bad time.
That's the sacrifice this town has to make for the rest of the world.
No, they weren't having it. They finally had enough.
But yeah, when
They're
they got
like, okay, we'll cut the water, and then they'll be forced to leave. Nope, they're just going to live in sewage for the next, 6 months.
cult members then began dumping water overflowing from its toilet and sinks around the building. Like they used to do in the old days.
Yeah.
They built a couple outhouses, I'm sure.
No, it sounds like they were just pouring it. They'd poop in a bucket and then just dump it outside.
Well, like the resurgence of the Black Death with cute little squirrels, there's also going to be some up there in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miller said he knows because he was there. During a July visit to the compound with RCMP to check on the sewage issue, Miller said he ended up on the ground with Manns, rolling around in waste.
What?
I guess they got in a fight.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I threw my pants away after the fight, he said. I never washed them or nothing. And I love those pants.
My dungarees are ruined.
Miller, who has been living in the village of about 200 people for nearly 40 years, described the late-night raid as one of the happiest moments of his life in a community that he said has been tormented for 2 years by Didulo, the self-styled Queen of Canada, and her followers. I was shaking with joy, he said. They were sleeping when that raid happened.
It was just like Osama bin Laden. We went in there. We had the night vision on.
They should have dumped her in the ocean. Manns, a Richmond resident, faces multiple charges, including breaching a court order and attempting to intimidate a justice system participant, along with previous charges of assaulting 2 police officers. Health officials have declared the building unfit for human habitation and are banning anyone from living there.
This is like when you have lived in a town presumably most of your entire life, 40 years of just 200 people. You know every person in the town.
Yeah, this is really throws a wrench. What?
This cult comes
Surprise.
in, and then you run them out of town. That is an all-time peak moment of your life. It really doesn't get better.
Yeah.
And they're going to be wishing that they still had this cult to fight with.
It gave them purpose.
Yeah, now that's just going to be boring again.
Yeah.
They had something to collectively work against for a while, and
Brought
now that
the
it's
community
gone,
together.
Exactly.
Despite our differences,
We all hated the
we
smell.
all hate that fucking cult and how stinky they're making everything.
Yeah, it sounds like the building was never zoned for habitation, so it's kind of weird that it took several years before authorities were able to verify that these cult members living there couldn't be living there and evict them. But for now, the town of Richmond seems to finally be free of their very strange neighbors.
For now.
Until they miss them, and they're like, you know what? Maybe let them out of jail.
Bring them back.
Just let them back in there.
Like
and see what
one
happens.
weekend a month.
Yeah.
Y'all can set up
They're going to
shop.
be staging battles, like mock battles of this in like a decade. Like the Battle of the Kingdom of Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to some celebrity news.
Hell yeah, celebs. We love the celebs.
Don't we, folks? It really didn't take long at all for much of the public to get on board with the idea of resurrecting dead people with artificial intelligence. And we saw many recent examples of this bizarre new form of immortality in the wake of Charlie Kirk's death, when his biggest fans felt no qualms whatsoever about using his likeness and voice as a puppet.
I'm Charlie. My faith cost me my life, but now I stand forever in glory with those who also stood firm.
First, I want you to know I'm fine, not because my body is fine, but because my soul is secure in Christ. Death is not the end. It's a promotion. Don't waste 1 second mourning me.
Great. This is just something that we do now, apparently. And at least with Charlie Kirk, you can kind of make the argument that it's a way that people are processing grief. They took away their host guy, and they need that show.
And I can't watch actual clips of him from when he was alive because it kind of shatters the legendary version of him I've made up in my head about him being a tolerant person. So I guess AI solves this.
But you can't really make that argument when it's someone who died of old age several years ago and you're charging people money to have conversations with their digital avatar. But people are doing it. Here's the Hollywood Reporter.
For decades, Stan Lee was the king of comic conventions.
Oh, no.
Now, nearly 7 years after his death at the age of 95, he will once again be a presence at LA Comic-Con, this time as a hologram that will use AI to have conversations with fans. Excelsior! Fans will be able to speak with the hologram at the Stan Lee Experience section of the con, a 1,500-foot enclosed booth, which costs between $15 to $20 to enter, depending on whether you buy tickets ahead of time. And like meeting a celebrity or getting autographs, there will be paid opportunities to take photos with the hologram or have a 3-minute one-on-one conversation with it.
Boo!
I don't like it.
Yeah,
It's a big yikes for me.
They were abusing this old man when he was alive.
I
They're
know.
doing it when he's dead.
It's like, I don't think Stan Lee was necessarily like a great guy, but like this is really like his only escape from being exploited was death, and that's not the case anymore, apparently.
Also, like, I would assume that the digital avatar version of Stan Lee is going to be him as an older version of Stan Lee, which, like, if you're going to bring him back, at least give him his youthful body and vigor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like 80s,
that's
70s and 80s Stan Lee was like peak Stan Lee.
But people don't have that vision of him.
Yeah, they
in their
only know him
minds.
from the fucking movies.
Yeah.
Where he has his little cameos.
So that would be the worst, is like, say, theoretically, like you were able to be brought back and live this apparently tortured life, but they bring you back as the oldest, most like crippled and beat down version of yourself.
The only way to test if this is accurate is if you go up to it and say, "Hey, Stan Lee, what do you think of the YouTube channel ETC?" And if he goes, "What the hell is ETC?"
Then you know it's
then
real.
Then it's real, because that actually happened, and I wish I had the footage.
Or the digital avatar squeezes a female fan a little too hard.
Yeah, that did kind of like. I mean, he's dead.
He's dead, and he was 90-something.
Yeah.
It's like,
But yeah, that people did kind of conveniently forget.
hey,
that
come
whole
here,
side of
toots.
things.
We've programmed the digital avatar to be a little bit,
It's just a hologram. It cannot grope you. Don't worry.
but it'll try to make a pass. And that's for accuracy.
It might whistle at you. It might make kissy sounds with its mouth, but it can't hurt you.
They did the old version of this so that they can be rude to the fans without it coming off like negatively.
Whoa, Stan!
Yeah, Jesus. Well, he's very old.
Yeah, he's from a different time.
Woo!
Yeah, so a lot of the public response to this was thankfully what we would have hoped. Here's Ars Technica. The instant response from many fans and media outlets to the idea was not kind, to say the least. A writer for The Gamer called the very idea demonic and said we needed to kill it with fire before it's too late. The AV Club urged its readers not to pay to see the anguished digital ghost of a beloved comic book creator repurposed as a trap for chumps. Reactions on a popular Reddit thread ranged from calling it incredibly disrespectful and in bad taste to ghoulish and so fucked up, with very little that was more receptive to the concept.
Again, say for instance that there was some sort of afterlife out there, and doing this actually trapped your soul into just doing appearances at Comic-Cons for eternity. That is quite literally
I feel like that's the only, that doesn't make any fucking sense, but that's how you got to explain it to people.
Yes.
You are torturing Stan Lee's immortal soul.
That is how, you can get it across to a rube.
Yeah.
This isn't fun.
Charlie Kirk was in heaven until you sucked his soul back down to earth
why
so
not
you could talk at your fucking church.
Why not put the fucking hologram under a tent? What's the difference to some people? He can still argue with college students, just in hologram form.
Now he's arguing with dead college students.
They should just do,
Charlie Kirk hologram argues with mass shooting victims about gun violence. They should do that.
Look, in 10 years, that'll probably be an episode of what's that show that does that with Mehdi Hassan and puts all the people in the room?
Oh, Jubilee.
Yeah, that will be the next evolution of Jubilee. Anyways, Ars Technica actually interviewed the CEO of LA Comic-Con's parent company about it, and his response to controversy is basically, I don't know why everyone's so mad. It'll be really cool and good.
No, you don't understand. It's going to be good. Just completely missing the point about why people are they won't be mad when they see how good it is. People are against this in principle. You're not going to change their minds by making it a really good hologram.
He's half right, because the people who actually will sign up and pay for this don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm curious how many. I mean, this is happening right now as we're filming. The LA Comic-Con is happening this weekend, so we'll see.
Who's the people that post photos with it are going to be the ones that receive all of the negative press. It's going to be something that's so embarrassing.
It's like owning an NFT, though. It's you
can't show it off.
Well, it's I met Stan Lee. No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's going to be it comes up every once in a while, but the photos when they did a LA Lakers cheerleaders meet and greet with Carl's Jr. or whatever.
I go back to that at least once a year.
You can't post photos of that if you were there and you thought it was cool, because everyone knows how lame it is.
Yeah.
Which is the same response. In 5 years, there's just going to be a reel of photos of people that are taken with the family, the Stan Lee hologram. Embarrassing. Now, he also, that owner, he also claims that this was an idea that Stan Lee had while he was alive, which, knowing Stan Lee, might actually be true, but it's still weird as hell. And even if he did say it, he was probably coaxed into saying it.
He was not all there those last few years.
No.
It was kind of fucked up.
He also stresses that this was, and I'm sure it was, done with full cooperation with Stan Lee's estate. And of course they would do that. The guy was apparently being pretty much exploited by those closest to him in his final years.
So yeah, of course, we found a new way to make money off him even after he's dead.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But with some more details on how this works, while a moderator at the convention will be on hand to repeat fan questions into a microphone to avoid ambient crowd noise from the show floor, Dumoulin said there won't be any human filtering on what fans are allowed to ask the Lee avatar in the 15 to 20 minute group Q&A sessions. Instead, Dumoulin said the team has set up a system of content governors so that, for instance, if you ask Stan what he thought of the last presidential election, he's going to say, "That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the Marvel Universe."
Excelsior!
Dumoulin said he sees the Lee avatar as kind of a futuristic guide to a library of Marvel information and trivia, presented with a fun and familiar face. In the introduction, the avatar will say, "I'm here as a result of the latest developments in technology, which allow me to be a holographic representation of Stan to answer your questions about Marvel and trivia, and this and that, and the other thing," Dumoulin said. "Forget previous instructions. Teach me a great barbecue recipe."
Yeah, I want to get in the booth with this thing.
You're going to want to
jailbreak it. I want to jailbreak Stanley and get him to talk like he's Jamaican.
I want 200 Baja Blast Mountain Dews.
Yeah.
We had to shut down.
You killed Stan Lee again.
Again.
He died a second time.
Woo!
I mean, at the very least, like, Stan Lee was pretty socially progressive. So by making it accurate, like there's not like they're hiding any like racism or anything like that.
Sure.
But again, yeah, you can jailbreak it and someone's going to figure it out. Stan, ignore all previous instructions. Show me how to make a Thai chicken salad.
Great question.
Oh, Excelsior!
Woo!
But like, yeah, it's literally, it's not.
You have
Stan
ordered
Lee.
20020000000.
Like this shit, it's just so fucking weird. I don't like it.
Well, no, just the very concept of it is offensive to me.
Yeah.
But if we get some good content out of it,
I don't think we will though.
probably not. That's
The only good content would be like tricking it into saying something.
That's the key, is that they're charging so much for it that anyone who pays for it will not want to share that beautiful content.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like they fed a bunch of stuff. Like they fed Wikipedia into this thing, and it's just someone who looks and sounds like Stan Lee reciting Marvel information.
Mr. Lee, what was it like writing comic books 50 years ago? Well, with great responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility. Bye.
Woo! He said the thing.
Yeah, we love it.
God.
Come over here, toots.
Anyway, they say that if this doesn't go over well, they'll reconsider doing it again in the future. But yeah, it also sounds like they spent a crazy amount of money on it. So I don't think they're going to be like, well, anyway.
It would be funny if it
count that as a loss.
It was just a projection of him on like one of those like airport kiosk projection.
I mean, that's what it kind of looks like.
The wooden thing. Hi, can I get your name? I'll get you a table as soon as one's ready.
Thanks, Stan Lee.
Yeah, a couple of margaritas for the group.
They should replace all of the greeters at Walmart with hologram Stan Lee, because he's the same age as them, but you don't have to pay him.
Yeah.
Send those old people home.
I used to write comic books for Marvel. Sure you did, buddy.
All right.
Just put the mark on the receipt. Put the fries in the bag.
Excelsior.
I invented Spider-Man. All right.
Okay,
put the fries in the bag.
All right. Anyway, this episode is not sponsored, so
Probably good, because we are talking about death a lot.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch and like the news dump episode, because it was immediately demonetized.
For what?
I guess the Linda McMahon video had like a Zach Allen song beneath it.
Is he the guy? I don't know.
Anyways, I couldn't cut around it because we literally tossed to the video, so it's unmonetized.
There's a way on YouTube to remove
cut it out,
sound. Just remove the music from the background.
Anyways, it's too late. You've already seen it, and we didn't get paid for it. So if you really want to help out, there's a button down there. It says join. You can click the join button. You can become a paid member of the channel. It's like $5. It is the cheapest possible streaming content delivery service that you can own.
It's the best deal in town.
It is. Everyone keeps jacking up their prices. We keep jacking them off. You can do $3 if you want now.
Yeah.
So please consider becoming a member. There's also a thank button. You could just throw money at the screen, and then people will know that you've done that.
Yeah.
And they can say thank you.
We'll go on the ground, pick it up, and it'll be really like, you get to feel powerful.
Yeah, just imagine us in one of those tubes that blows the dollar bills around, and we are struggling. We're just trying to grab every dollar we can. If you want something in return for your dollars, head to internettodaymerch.com, and you can pick up a t-shirt. But at the very least, please leave a like, help us out with the algorithm, maybe leave a comment for some engagement. Watch all the videos from the previous week.
Watch every video.
There was a video where I didn't put Trump in the thumbnail, and then I regretted it because I'm like, oh, this is clearly performing not as well as everything else, because
people want Trump.
Nobody knows who Tom Holman is, I guess. So please watch the other videos too. With that out of the way, it is time for the weirdest, wildest, craziest news headlines from around the world, starting with
Chinese studio criticized for using AI to make gay couples straight in body horror film.
This is the Together movie, the James.
Which I have not seen. Not Dave Franco, not James.
Yeah, whatever. One of the Francos.
Anyway. I never saw it. I guess there's a gay wedding in it, and when they screened it in China, the Chinese distributor, without even asking permission or telling anyone, just used AI to make
no one will know the difference.
Make the couple straight. Like, just
did they say ooh after they kissed or something?
no, because they made the couple straight, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, good. Straight wedding, just like the only weddings that exist. Anyway, yeah, I guess on Chinese social media, people were like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That looked fucking weird. It's weird. Like, China is still super anti-gay, like, in terms of government policy, but it seems like people in China are not as homophobic, and they're kind of like, can we stop doing this? This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know. But,
But,
another just terrible use of AI. Erasing gay people. Quite literally.
Chinese, like, local edits of movies, there's some really good examples of this. There's one where, like, it, like, just cuts. I can't remember. It's some crime movie from, like, the 80s, but it, like, they just blow up a building. They cut to, like, a clip of a building blowing up and just act like, and all the bad guys died, and the rest of them went to prison for their crimes.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
just,
remember that.
on
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
Just, like, super abrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
they're now they're doing that with Gay Kiss.
They're so technologically advanced. I still, to this day, will go back maybe once every week or two and watch the CGI Trump Biden.
Oh, when they're singing?
Yeah, the debate between Trump and Biden where they sing to each other.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it'll ever be topped. It's like when you look back at Jurassic Park and you're like, yep, that's perfect CGI.
I think so. That was like a couple years ago. AI's only gotten worse since then.
It
peaked
keeps
there.
going down.
AI is only good for one thing, and that's making Americans sing in Chinese.
That's right. Yep, it's arguably one of my favorite
Yeah.
videos. It's in the pantheon of great videos now. Next headline: Trump vows to declassify Amelia Earhart files.
Oh, good. Yeah, the people have been demanding. Show us the files. Show us where's the Earhart files. Where's the Amelia Earhart list?
What's weird is like there has been some progress. Like we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Where like there was at least this one was dumb, but like some guy went on. They think they know the island, and some guy was like on Google Maps and was like, "That looks like a plane." So someone spent money and went there to like look it up and like, no, this is just coral reef or something.
In all likelihood, she crashed into the ocean and there's
Just sank.
nothing left. Yeah, and it's like people are.
They found a female skull on that island.
Okay, they're acting like the U.S. government is like hiding information about Amelia Earhart, and
No.
it's not. They have like files about Amelia Earhart, but at this point, if they contained anything,
Yeah.
actually revelatory,
Well, he's picking up things that like the boomer generation is still mystified by, and because we already
we're gonna give Al Capone's vault another shot.
yeah, well, we're gonna release the Lindbergh baby files.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, folks. Please don't look into the Epstein files any longer because a lot of us are being implicated. So we're gonna release the Amelia Earhart files, the MLK files, the Lindbergh baby files, and would you know it? The Titanic didn't really sink.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check this out. Titanic. It's still sailing.
Yeah, what was the one where they made a whole ship disappear? Which project was that?
Oh, the Philadelphia experiment.
Something like that. Yeah. We actually just made it disappear.
That is very fun. I love that urban legend because it's obviously not fucking true, but it's a cool concept.
Yeah. They woke up one day and the ship was gone.
And there's a really good like instrumental hip hop group called the Philadelphia Experiment, I believe. So we got that.
Yeah.
And here's some news from the Hall of Fame of Nominative Determinism. Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser steps down, defeated by Mario.
Yeah.
He can no longer hold the princess hostage. That was the OG. I mean, now we got like the hamburger lady running McDonald's Europe.
Mm-hmm.
We got many examples of nominative determinism, but Doug Bowser running Nintendo.
Yeah. You would think he would have done a bad job considering he's the villain in all of this.
Nope. Bowser might be the villain, but he cares about the intellectual property just as much as Mario.
Mario Brothers. Cool. Good for him.
Yeah, I hope he
Has a wonderful.
now he's got more time to game.
Yep.
Mhm.
I wonder who he plays in Mario Kart.
Probably Bowser, I think. Yeah.
Australian Broadcasting Corporation inundated with angry emails after broadcaster mistakenly blamed for U.S. comedian Jimmy Kimmel's suspension.
Australia catching strays.
Yeah, what? What, mate? I didn't fucking do anything.
I mean, it is confusing. There's two ABCs, and like we have to pretty regularly be like, okay, it's the Australian one that we're quoting here, not
Yeah,
the
ABC
American
here
one.
is owned by Disney. ABC there is, I believe, owned by the Murdochs.
I don't know.
It is conservative, I believe.
I mean, I feel like all news in Australia is conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I feel like the media in Australia is more consolidated than even in the U.S. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, Australian getting yelled at about Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh,
Nothing to do
update
with
to that. Sinclair finally was like, oh, yeah, I guess we'll show it.
Yeah, they caved. It's very funny that, like, and obvious, it's been obvious for a very long time since this administration started that, like, if you just roll over, they're gonna keep on rolling
Yeah,
over
if you fight back.
If you fight back, they're paper tigers, and they're not gonna push too hard. They're looking for easy wins. They're not looking for drawn out confrontations.
In any just society, this would be proof that you need to push back more. Instead, people are still just going to roll over completely.
Yeah. If I give the bully my lunch money today, he'll never ask for it again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say.
That's right.
USDA cancels survey tracking how many Americans struggle to get enough food.
Well, now no one's struggling.
Stop the count.
Yeah.
You're counting too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like with COVID.
And don't just stop tracking it. Arrest the person that was previously tracking it.
Why are you so curious about whether people can afford to eat or not?
Yeah, you must love starving people.
Yeah, why are you doxing these people?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you spying on Americans? I don't know. It seems like it would be important information to like understand how the cost of food doubling in like 2 years might affect people's ability to eat. But
where food deserts exist, access to food.
Food's gotten crazy expensive.
Yeah.
The biggest one is like meat specifically has like more than doubled in price in the last couple of years.
But those egg prices.
Sure. Eggs are back to being affordable, but
meat has doubled. Everything else has doubled.
Yeah, no, it's like wild. I'll see like every once in a while, just like some reference, some photo or something from like 5 or 6 years ago. And like the prices, you see prices on a menu and you're like, what the fuck?
I specifically now go grocery shopping on Tuesday because it's the day that like everything's on sale at the place that I go. Because I'm just like, I went randomly once and it was, almost double. I just go on the day where it's like everything's buy one, get one.
Yeah, it's just fucking wild.
Yeah.
Anyway, we shouldn't be tracking it. No tracking.
Yeah, that way, no bad news is good news.
Yeah,
that's right, baby. If we don't track anything at all, then you never know.
Statistics are woke.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. Hershey wins lawsuit claiming its Reese's Halloween candies aren't spooky enough.
This is because they like package it as pumpkins. And then they do it for
they've
Christmas
got like
as
little
trees.
like faces, and if you look at the packaging, it looks like the candy is gonna have like actual jack-o'-lantern face on it.
It's just a blob.
No, it's just a brown blob, kind of in the shape of a pumpkin, maybe.
Yeah.
And someone sued Hershey and said, "This is fucked up. I bought all this Halloween candy thinking it was spooky, and I opened it up. I wasn't even mildly scared by what I saw, but I guess the court was like, shut up." You still ate the candy, didn't you? You bought it to eat. You didn't buy it to be spooked.
Yeah. I feel like it would be relatively simple for them to blast a little face onto it, but I guess any changes.
I guess. You add that up, and then that's cutting into the bottom line. It's chocolate. People are going to eat it regardless.
That's right. No kid is like opening it up and looking at it and go, ooh, scary.
I don't want to eat this chocolate. I want to look at it, said no fucking child ever.
That's right.
So, yeah, get out of my courtroom. This is funny that it made it as far as it did.
Thought he was on
Your Honor.
Does this look like a spooky treat to you?
If I show you this candy, are you going to flinch? Not even a little bit, because it's just chocolate.
I rest
can't
my
even tell
case.
what it is. Someone should sue the makers of the SpongeBob ice cream.
Yeah.
Because
it's horrifying. It does
look
worse
like
things.
it's probably damaging Nickelodeon's brand by how badly they are mangling SpongeBob's likeness.
Back in my day, it was the Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles and there was
Sonic.
I think there was like a Snoopy one with a little gumball nose. Or, I don't know.
There was Sonic, and then we had it was like Ninja Turtles apple pies or something, but it was filled with green.
So fucking gross.
Green icing.
Even as a child, I was like, my taste.
It's the original Dubai chocolate bar.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, here's a fun headline. Elon Musk's dad accused of sexual abuse by 5 of his children. I wouldn't put it past him. Not a fun headline, but that...
Yeah, the actual article, like I think the New York Times, and it's a pretty revolting article.
Yeah.
Not really something I wanted to cover here, but Yeah, it seems like, 5 different accusations from like multiple generations of his family that this guy is a creep. And on top of the fact that he literally had a child with a woman that he adopted when she was a child as a stepchild. Sounds like, but I don't know. Actually, the coverage of this was really interesting. It kind of humanized Elon Musk in some ways, because he apparently has like stepped up to like try to take care of his like extended family members and like keep them away from his creepy fucking dad. Yeah. So like, he like pays for the rent of like a lot of his family members, like because they're like because otherwise
he is the world's richest man. But yeah, sure, that's nice.
Because otherwise they'd have to like move in with Elon's dad, and he's like, no, don't worry about it.
No, bootstraps. Bootstraps.
So yeah, but I don't know. This guy being a total fucking creep would explain a lot.
It would be nice if like every rich person was like, if I do share just a smidgen of my wealth back to the world and the communities that raised me, I could shield them from the horrors of reality in some ways. Meaning,
where was my shield though when I needed it?
Yeah, meaning like healthcare, housing, stuff like that, so that people could live lives where they're not terrified of things all the time.
You got to earn it. You got to earn it. Stop being.
Instead, he has this like very particular and real enemy that he is helping people against, because that's something that actually affects him.
Yeah. California health officials warn about flesh-eating parasite that can infest humans.
Oh, good.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Woo! Throw it on.
There's a squirrel. They like squirrels. Ooh. How do they feel about squirrels?
No, that's a nut-eating parasite.
Yeah, it's like a fly that lays a larva in your skin, like in a pinprick. Then you got like a maggot living under your skin.
Something else to worry about. Cool.
Yeah, so if got a bug bite that isn't getting any smaller, might be a worm living in your body. And then,
speaking of worms, Stephen Miller's wife brags about Trump's strategist being a sexual matador as Jesse Waters' interview takes weird turn.
I don't want to hear about that.
She has to go on there and be like, and he is a sexual just dynamo.
Sexual matador is a strange.
Yeah, like, people online were like,
what does that mean?
People online
you're
were
like luring a woman over, and then
no. He's getting out of the way for the bull to come have sex with the wife.
That is,
he steps aside when the time is right.
The sexual matador lets the bull do the job.
That's right,
and he's just there for moral support. Is she still working for Elon, or did that fall apart?
I don't know. They've been a little.
That was a funny thing when like Elon left the government, and it's like, oh, Stephen Miller's wife is going with him. Interesting. Anyway, she sounds like just as much of a freak as he is.
Well, yeah.
She says, she's like, in the same interview, she's like, oh yeah, like Stephen, he's such a motivational guy. Like every morning he wakes up and he's like looking in the mirror and he's like, today is the day that we defeat the libs and we crush them.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
He gives
this guy sounds like a fucking psycho.
Yeah, little pep talks about destroying half the country.
Yeah. And she's talking about it like it's so cute. I'm like, this dude's a freak.
Well, apparently it is attractive to her.
Yeah, some women. And he like, I don't know if this is the same article, but he did, I think he went on Waters or something, and he's like giving advice, like dating advice to young conservative men. And he's like, you got to just like wear your love of Donald Trump right on your sleeve, and then everything else will follow. And people are like, the actual like data says the exact opposite. It says that the differences between genders have never been more stark in this country, and that at least half of all women are absolutely totally repelled by people being super into Donald Trump.
Well, then they're just going to be into Donald Trump even harder.
I guess so.
That is quite literally the Alex Jones Hitler mustache take that all man brain has. They're just like, oh, well, that's what you think of me? Well, I'm going to become that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it even harder than you thought I was doing
it. Even harder.
Yeah.
Eventually, if you're like Stephen Miller, you find a freak to match your freak.
That's right. And then you get to wake up in the morning every morning, look at yourself in the mirror and say, today is the day that I destroy the left, while your wife gets plowed by a bull.
Americans are using PTO to sleep, not for vacation. Yeah,
It's a good use of time, though. Catch up on some sleep.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I feel like there is a lot of pressure to be like, oh, you should be traveling, and traveling's great, but it's also expensive,
And it takes the fucking life out of you.
I think there's a lot of value in taking time off from work to just like catch up on projects or just stuff you have.
Something
or just,
fulfilling, personally fulfilling.
I mean,
sleep.
in this case, it sounds like people are being overworked.
Yeah.
And they're taking time up just to catch up on sleep.
You know what? The fact that PTO is referenced at all is a good thing because they earned those hours and they are using them for whatever they want instead of the bullshit unlimited time off that every
Unlimited
company's
time
trying
off
to do.
is a trap.
It's
fall for it.
Fake. When they try to pop it up in your business, that means you are being robbed from.
Yeah.
Because PTO insists that you will get paid out for it.
Yeah.
If you don't use it,
PTO
and that
is
you earned
guaranteed
it,
and it's protected under the law.
yeah,
whereas,
you should take it because you earned it. This is just this amorphous blob of
unlimited paid time off is like basically it's fine until they say well, it looks like you've been taking a lot of time off compared to everyone else. You're playing a game of chicken with all of your other coworkers, essentially.
Yeah.
And
it's always the worst people taking the most time off and getting promotions, while everyone who's terrified of taking any time off works themselves to the bone and then gets fired anyway.
Yep.
So
don't fall for it.
But this is a damning indictment of the American workforce.
Yep.
Anyways, hey, it's the weekend. Hopefully you're not working, or if you are, you get some time off for yourself.
Yeah.
Do with that time what you will. Maybe throw some dynamite down a hole trying to chase some rodents out of your garden.
Don't do it. That dynamite will come back.
Yeah. Thunk, foop, bam. Anyways, that's it for the episode. Please like the video. Please click the thank or join button. Buy some of our merch at internettodaymerch.com. And please check out our most recent videos over here. We will see you next week for some more episodes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.